Hi, this is Rain Forever doing or making a video on some updates of things going on. I actually wrote a list. I am at a park in Fairhaven, kind of at the very, very bottom of the hill, basically at the very end of Paris. Yeah, there's a tree behind me. There's water back there that is apparently not showing up on my laptop screen. I am not doing this with my camera right now. I don't know. Yeah, you really can't see, huh? So, anyway, that's what's going on here. Um, I needed to do some updates, about a bunch of different things that are going on. Right now, right this second, I had been tearing up a bit, almost crying basically, because I got here real late. Okay, so like, I got here at like 9 a.m. yesterday, and I noticed all of a sudden that the seagulls had migrated or died. One or the other. Probably migrated. Um, I missed them migrating again. I keep missing them. Seeing them off, and I did I see Candace yesterday? I don't think I saw her yesterday, but I saw her the day before, and I'm pretty sure it was yesterday that I noticed that the count was. No, it was the day before. It was the day before yesterday that the count was, really small numbers at their normal beach they hang out at and bathe in the little creek, where the creek comes out into the bay and the tide comes in by the train tracks. Um, there was a very small group there, and Candace was with them after the large group was gone. I didn't see her. I don't believe I saw her yesterday, if I'm remembering correctly. She was really wanting to see me the day before. And then Siegel and Julie were here yesterday and the day before. Siegel was shaking really hard when I came at 9 a.m. really late. Um, I think he was really, really worried that I wasn't coming back because I've been telling him that I might not be able to be here this winter very much. That he's gonna be dealing with winter a lot on his own. And apparently Julie had not gone with the big group this year. Last year she left earlier than everybody else, or she left with everybody else and didn't say goodbye to me or something like that. Because she was gone like a week before, or a week and a half or so, maybe 2 weeks even before the big group left. Um, so Julie was here yesterday though. She didn't look very happy. Um, and today I got here at 11, so I was here really late, and usually Siegel isn't here by the time I get here. If I get here at like 11, he's usually gone. He's usually done waiting and most likely trying to find his own food. Um, or gone somewhere else to try to find somebody to get food from or something. Um, then I walk down here and there's no seagulls. Even the baby that was missing her eye is not there. Ducky's not there either. There's a couple of mallards, just a couple, and all the crows are around still, or at least the crows that were staying are around still. There's a bunch of crows that have already left, but I don't know if they're still going back and forth every day because they do that throughout the summer where they just kind of go back and forth and they just go within like a few miles or whatever. Um, so there's a bunch of crows over there right now, and that's pretty much it. I don't know where Ducky is. Ducky doesn't migrate, so I'm hoping he's fine. There was rancid watermelon placed. There was big pieces of rancid water, really rancid watermelon placed at the apple tree, at the base of the apple, well, over by the apple tree where people put food out. And so I'm really worried about that. But it didn't look like that was yesterday, and it didn't look like anybody was going for it at all because it was very, very obviously garbage. Very bad. And it wasn't there the day before, so, or the afternoon before. So somebody actually placed it there that way. We have problems with that. We're still having problems with that apparently. That still is not stopping apparently. It drives me nuts. That's part of the reason why I cry. Like I get so angry about that kind of shit. They place it there on purpose to feed the animals that way. I don't even think you could feed pigs that, like, I don't know why everybody acts like pigs can eat that kind of stuff. I don't even think people should do that with pigs. Um, so they're also having problems taking primary feathers off of seagulls right now is a thing apparently because they took seagulls primaries, and I believe it looked like they took Julie's primary. They took several other adults down by the water. I was looking at them once I started figuring out people were taking their primaries, which probably took me a while to figure that out. And there was a bunch of birds that didn't have their primaries down there about a week ago. Um, there's been a few primaries left at the library amongst homeless trash, like where homeless people have left their belongings. I've seen primary feathers of seagulls sitting on top of their shit. Like they're coming up to the seagulls and abusing them and taking their feathers. Um, these are they don't lose their primaries and they don't grow back. Is what I'm reading online. So it's a big problem. Um, there's a seagull and a baby over there right now. I heard some that were over there somewhere. Still, um, they're over by where the pond and stuff is, over past the train tracks. When I was over by the Greyhound, I could hear some down this way somewhere, like a very small, like maybe 3 or 4 of them. But there are none up going up Harris. There are none at the warehouses that I can see. There was when I finally got past the train tracks to the ferry entrance. There was 2 large seagulls calling on top of the warehouse style building that's right next to the ferry terminal, like really close to that in that parking lot. There were 2 on the roof right there. Um, there are apparently some down here because they just came back through. I think they were way that way. Um, past the train tracks. Like there's probably there's supposed to be an area where they can actually find food that way. There's one over there at the beach right now. And I can hear a baby somewhere. Um, the baby that has one eye that I fed a couple of times and I put a video onto YouTube of, she doesn't, I'm pretty sure she can't fly anymore. She was kind of hopping the first day. and I thought she'd be able to fly, and yesterday it really didn't seem like that. So I don't know um how well she's doing. And I'm all the way at 10 minutes and haven't even started talking about this stuff. So that's what's going on with the seagulls. I was gonna be talking about being silenced by Brit List and other groups. So I'm still being silenced, and I still do not have a way of getting any of my stuff posted. My GoFundMe isn't being seen, just like all the other times. Um, there was an eBay ad written by one of the homeless crazies at the library that they wrote into an account that I didn't create all the way. Like, I started to sign up for an account and went unconscious, and they wrote an ad with my laptop. I deleted that account as soon as possible, and it said that there was some kind of it sounded like there was some kind of ad, like a thing where you could buy whatever, for I think it said my body, or half my body, or half of everything I own, or something like that. And somebody had already clicked buy within, seconds of that supposedly posting. Um, and I was trying to delete the account and saying everything that I was deleting the account, that it wasn't real. And it said that the name was Derwin from Arkansas. And so there's this guy that's homeless that built a big, huge wooden structure on his vehicle. Um, and they're saying his name is Derwin from Arkansas. They're just proving to me that there's still seagulls here, and I'm not wrong, that I'm wrong somehow. Um, so this guy showed up from Arkansas to Bellingham, and acting like he's gonna move here, whatever. And I am not entirely sure what the thing said, but it wasn't written by me, and it wasn't posted by me. It was written by the really, really, really psycho crazy guy that's always at the Fairhaven Library, that has the long, curly hair, white hair. He's older. He has glasses most of the time, and that time he didn't have his glasses. I'm trying to figure out if it's two different people that I'm seeing or not. But there's this guy that has long white hair that's like curly, and he looks a shit ton like the guy that kidnapped me when I was in my, I think, late 20s in the Birchwood neighborhood. He looks exactly like that guy. Um, and so he's very, very dangerous and very, very crazy. And I'm still, like, I still feel like he's the same dude. Um, he knocked me unconscious, put me in a garage, and locked me up in a garage for a while, and I had to get out. And he like knocked me out and was trying to get his dog to poop on my face or something like that. And it was pretty fucked up. That was in my like late, I want to say that was my late 20s. Um, but I'm not entirely even sure when exactly that was. It was not when I was living on West Maplewood. It was like way after that. Um, I believe I was homeless for a short amount of time. I don't, I want to say it wasn't when I was trying to get into the Northwest Department. I think it was a different time than that, but I'm not even sure when that was. Um, but he looks like the same dude, and he goes to the Fairhaven Library like almost every day. And he talks crazy, and he massively talks crazy. Um, so anyway, he was the one that I somehow was violently going unconscious in a really painful way, and wasn't doing well, and I couldn't keep myself conscious, no matter how hard I tried. And he took my laptop, and he made some kind of eBay thing, and the same person that was on it wound up coming to town here, and I don't know who this guy is. I haven't ever talked to him, but he's apparently being put all over um Britlist and Seeing Bellingham group. He's being put on there um as somebody to help, um trying to get people to help him, and of course it comes when I'm trying to ask for help, because they are always going to help someone that is not local, um and is not female for the most part, um especially a female that has been trying really hard to actually do shit with her life. So that's been happening. I still don't have all my accounts back. I went to the bank that has to do with one of my credit cards, and finally got back into that one. But I ordered something on Amazon. I ordered some underwear on Amazon, and I had it back into my Yahoo account, and they um somehow intercepted everything that Amazon sent me, saying that it was delivered, that kind of stuff. They intercepted that, which means they were probably in my Yahoo account, they were probably in my email, or they were in my Amazon account and switched the email. I haven't gone to see if they switched the email back again, but they intercepted that stuff. I'm pretty sure that they are still in my Yahoo, no matter how many times I change the password, because they keep on getting several of my emails, and they keep on going in. Oh yeah, and I still haven't gotten anything back yet from Social Security, with complaints, with doing reports on people, or uh, me inquiring about how to get my account back, because I can't get my account back. Um, and so I'm pretty sure that they're talking to Social Security as well, because I think that I would actually have gotten some sort of email by now, um, or they're erasing them and in my account. Um, there's a high likelihood of foul play on my art shops, because I'm not selling anything. I haven't been selling anything for years, which means there's a high likelihood of foul play. Um, People, calling these online stores up and telling them to not allow me to sell anything, that kind of thing. Um, Probably making up stories, making up lies. There was a lady that gave me food, that said she was from Virginia, said something about dumping a bunch of food somewhere or something. Um, and I got sick, like, right away. She just gave me a couple cookies. I didn't think there was anything wrong with them. She said she was from Virginia and I got sick, but you know, it's hard to say what I got sick from, but it was probably the cookies. Um, but then, like, right when she said that, like, later, like, a couple hours later, something came up on my YouTube where there was news about the boarhead recall being in Virginia. And then all of a sudden I remembered that, like, there was this Twitter thing, and it might not be connected at all, but there was this Twitter thing about, like, how they were gonna freaking uh um, hire homeless people to work in some kind of food factory over in Virginia, and I have no idea what food factory. But like I remember commenting that you don't want to hire homeless people to do anything with food. Um, because they'll make the whole country sick and shit. I remember that. I remember saying that. Anyway, this girl said she was from Virginia and like her shit was contaminated. And I think she came up to me on purpose, but I couldn't really. She said something about getting sick, and then I don't know what she said. I didn't understand what she was saying. But I feel like she was talking about the boar's head stuff because I found out about that like right after that. Um, seems like they are taking iPad under what? I I I don't I can't even read that. I can't even read that. Someone dumped rancid watermelon at apple tree. I already went through that. I just found out about Boar's Head, the Trump shooting, primary feathers. People are taking them. I know that there's more to talk about with the dude. There's um there's a dude that was at Fairhaven Hagen who was handed something by the really fucking long, like super long hair dude with the hat that goes all the brim goes all the way around. He always wears the same hat. Um, that dude handed something to a guy that looked like he seemed like he looked like he was supposed to be some kind of Fairhaven Hagen employee. Um, and he said that he was gonna sell everything on something called Flope, and I had never heard of what Flope was. I finally bothered to figure out what Flope was. It's where you sell photos. So he was admitting very, very loudly while I was standing there a few weeks back that he was gonna put someone else's photos to sell on Flope. And he came up to this other staff member a few days back and said that he made a big chunk of his rent money on selling somebody else's photos. And this is a Fairhaven Hagen employee. I don't know if he's new, but I haven't seen him very many times. Um, he appears to be a Fairhaven Hagen employee. He was walking around with an iPad, um, and stuff. So yeah, just be aware that Fairhaven Hagen employees steal. I had a bunch of money stolen out of my bank of times that I did not buy food. And I believed that it was highly likely someone who, like, I might have been sitting at my laptop working in a little cafe at Hagen or something, and they stole my card out of my bags, used it, and brought it back or something somehow. Like, I figured that might be happening, but there was like several purchases, like 5, 6 purchases that I didn't make, that went through my bank. Um, and now somebody has admitted that they're selling photos that aren't theirs, and they're making it sound like it's my photos because they're like purposely saying things really loud, making sure that I hear them. Like maybe they want to get punched while they're working at the store. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, they might be selling my photos there that they've been stealing out of my accounts. But it does sound like they stole some sort of memory card or USB stick. Um, because he handed him something small. It was something small, like uh, it might have been, well, no, my iPhone wouldn't have had an SD card because iPhones don't have SD cards, but they got an SD card somehow. It might have been the people going into my storage units. They've been going in my storage unit and stealing out of there quite a lot. Every time I've gone in my storage unit, the last like 5 times, it's been obvious that somebody else has been in there. So, this is at 25 minutes already. And I know that there was other things. I know there was other things I was gonna talk about, but I guess um, that's what I'm gonna talk about for right now. I guess 'cause I can't think of it. I can't think of what else it was, and I'll figure out like if I come up with it, I'll try to put another video on. All right, guys. Oh, wait. So when I was at a hotel, I was at a hotel for 2 nights, so that I could flyer. A couple of things happened while I was flyering. Opportunity Council for a second time in the Columbia neighborhood over near sort of Elizabeth Park area. The Opportunity Council van people came and were trying to take flyers away from people's doorsteps after I had placed them. Um, trying to flyer. Um, so be aware that also they're working against people being able to succeed in life, and that's what they've been doing for a couple of years. They're huge on that. They really, really, really don't want people to succeed in life. They really, really don't want people to know the truth in the community about what's going on out there. Um, because it was my GoFundMe flyer that I had written up GoFundMe flyer. Um, and also, somebody came in while I was sleeping at the hotel, and I believe I actually woke up momentarily and fell right back asleep with the person in the room because I remember a person in the room and just like going right back to sleep. Um, but they erased 8 gigs of stuff off my laptop unless it just magically disappeared itself. Um, yeah, so 8 gigs worth of stuff came off my laptop. I'd imagine it's the stuff they're selling on Flope or something, or maybe they're just making sure that I don't have evidence that I was saying certain things at a certain time or something like that. I don't know. Um, So that's the other stuff that's happening.